Craig Cameron, gloves red. Delighted to be joined as always by Kash Farooq. Kash, how are you getting on?
I'm good, Craig. I'm good. How are you doing? You alright?
I'm good. So, Kash, we are not far away next Saturday.
Yes.
Return to the ring against Louis Castillo.
Yeah.
How's preparations going?
It's been great, to be honest. I think I took a week off after not a week, to be honest. I took a few days off my last fight, and I've been taken away in the gym, you know what I mean? And I was expecting to be out, to be honest, in this fight camp. But I told you in any way, try. I love to be out in fight camp, and I was lucky enough to be. I'm one of the luckiest fights to be getting out. So I'm over the moon, you know what I mean? And I'm only a week away, so fingers crossed everything goes well. You know what I mean? Right up to it, you know.
Yeah. Did you get a bit of a fright when Eddie mentioned Mexico moving into the red zone? You've had a bit unlucky with opponents over the past few. Did you get a bit of a fright?
Yeah, to be honest, we did, you know, and to be honest, I always say until opponents hear everything, then pass them, then I'll be over the thing once I get down there. But yeah, everything's in the air at the moment. You don't know what country's gonna go on red list and that, you know, and even the opponent. This is not late. I wouldn't say a late place, but it's a change of opponent. I was originally meant to box someone else, and there was Israel Gonzalez. I was meant to originally box him, but I think he injured his hand or something. They've brought him in a few weeks. Well, this is going back a few weeks. You know what I mean? They've changed, so yeah.
And it's for another title, Kash, WBC international title. You've been collecting a couple of belts over the last couple of fights, and how do you find fighting you've had tough opponents all from South America, which are notoriously difficult opponents, good chin, tough. How have you found those last three fights in terms of the opponents?
Yeah, you know what I mean, they're all learning fights for me, you know what I mean, long as I keep winning and learning from something from them, and you know, and that's the main thing for me. And you know, it's a different style. They've got different stuff in the Europe or maybe say Britain fighters, you know, and they've got their own type, and they're right tough, obviously, because most of them won't have easy lives growing up, and they want to win, and every time they come in here, they want to make a better life for themselves. That's why they're always giving it 110% every fight, you know what I mean. You can see they've caused some upsets, you know what I mean, some of the fights have came here, you know what I mean, and yeah, so as long as I'm in top, I'm in my game, I don't see anything can beat, you know what I mean.
Great. And Kash, are you getting used to the buzz of media? So you're part of the Matchroom stable now. Has it been an enjoyable experience, would you say, in terms of going down into the bubble and, you know, lots more interviews and requests, and you're rubbing shoulders with some great fighters past and present? How have you found that experience? Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. You know, it's I would say the first I was a bit nervous now, but you know, you get used to it eventually, and you know, and I'm loving it, you know, at the stage, but it's a lot of hard work, you know what I mean, behind it, and you know, obviously I'm starting to get used to it. I don't know what to say, and you know what I mean, and how to conduct myself and that. So I'm looking forward to going down there and doing it again, you know, and the weigh-in, press conference, and the fight night as well. And you know, these are nice. A boxer wants to get to his career, you know what I mean, and I'm very lucky to be here.
Great. And Kash, I believe that you bought your own house, bought your own flat recently.
Yeah, that's right.
So how are you finding that? I know you were at home with your mum before, and I've heard some rumours that your mum's an amazing cook and you love her cooking.
Yeah.
So have you been cooking for yourself, or is your mum?
No, mum still helps me out, you know what I mean. She does my cooking as also.
Great.
You know, it just helps me out with small things like that, you know what I mean. I'm done my training and that, so it's very, very handy for me, and you know, it is what it is, you know, and it's been a big help for me throughout my career, yeah.
Great. And Kash, could you give us a bit of insight into how difficult it is for you and for any fighter as you approach fight week, because naturally you're cutting weight, you're having to put in sessions. Can you give us a bit of insight into, like, you know, how many sessions a day are you doing just now, and how tough is that?
Obviously lean up about weeks and weeks. Obviously you're getting your weight down slowly, you know, I mean, a very strict diets. As it course the week, you need to cut your carbs. Obviously this next week I need to watch everything I'm doing, you know what I mean, and the intensity drops, you know what I mean. You're really just taking weight off, but you become a bit moody, and you know, maybe doing one session a day, but you just getting a sweat off, staying sharp, and depending on your weights, like, you know, and obviously need to check weights and this and that. So yeah, it is what it is, you know what I mean, and you don't want to be around people, your mood changes all the time, but once the weight's out the way, you feel great, you know what I mean.
Yeah. And from being in here before, Kash, and seeing you, I see how hard you train, you know, and how difficult it must be cutting weight as well.
Yeah.
So for someone, I see you as kind of really focused, Kash. Have you got like an objective or a goal in your head over the next 6-12 months that you're like, that's what I want to do?
Yeah, that's right. So when I come to the gym, for me this is work. I don't want to speak to anybody. I want to do my thing, and that's it, you know what I mean. Once I've done my training, then I can speak away for me this is work, you know what I mean, and I take it really serious when I come in the gym. Anything I'm doing, punch a bag, pad work, shadow boxing, skipping, I just want to quietly work away, and once I'm done that, you know what I mean, then I can speak away long as anybody wants, you know what I mean. But when I'm in the gym, I like to just focus on what I'm doing, you know, and focus on, because I'm always visualizing what I'm going to do in the fight night, you know what I mean, depending on I'm doing the bag work, punch the pads, shadow boxing, and you know, I'm visualizing what's going to happen on fight night.
And so your fight next Saturday's part of fight camp week 3. Are you looking forward to fighting in front of the fans again, Kash?
Yeah, I am, to be honest, and to be honest, throughout my whole match room, well, this is my last one, but my last 2 match room, you know what I mean, I've really went through a whole match room, debut basically, and without fans being there, so it's going to be good to basically get out and showcase my skill in front of people, you know what I mean, and it's going to hit the people roaring, and I've got a few people coming down, so I'm looking forward to it.
Great. And Kash, I'm not going to ask the same question that probably everyone asks you in regards to mention a certain Lee McGregor. It's a slightly different question, Kash. Do you see yourself now as someone that you just want to focus on your own path? Like, I think Scotland are lucky to have the both of you, and everyone's all about, you know, we have to get this rematch, and it is great. I think the whole of Scotland and probably yourself would want that. But are you almost kind of focused just on your kind of own route now and let Lee kind of do his thing, or?
Yeah, but basically, I always say, listen, to the fight sign, and then I'll focus on until that, you know what I mean, the fight is nothing, there's no talks, there's nothing, I mean, right now they're all talks, until the fight's signed, and I'm going to box Lee McGregor, then I'll say, alright, Lee's, but in the moment he's got his own thing, I'm going my own path, you know what I mean, like I said, I would love that fight, you know what I mean, so would he. It's a big fight end of the day, you know what I mean, but until then, you know what I mean, I've got this guy to focus on next week, and I know he's boxing tonight, so, you know, and but listen, it's a big fight. Like I say, it's a big fight if it does happen. You know what I mean? But you can only look at who's in front of you at the moment. And
of course.
The guy I've got, and I gotta focus on him. You know what I mean? And like I said, if the fight happens, you know what I mean, I love it. You know what I mean? And I know so would he. It's a big fight for Scotland. You know what I mean? But until it's signed and sealed and it's done, then I can say I'm focused on him. I'm gonna box people, and that's it. You know.
So next Saturday, Kash Farooq versus Louis Castillo. How's the fight going to go? I
think you'll see a good performance of Kash Farooq, you know what I mean, and a good dominant performance, and I'm gonna think my way through a fight. You know, I've not seen too much of him, to be honest. It's hard to get videotapes, but I'm trained really extremely hard, and you know, I know he's gonna come in. I know he's gonna think, oh, he's gonna come here winning, having the mindset of winning, but I'm not gonna let him obviously do that, and I'm gonna do what I always do. You know what I mean? If I'm 100% and do what I do, I can. I don't think so. It beats me. You know what I mean?
No, I look forward to it. And Kash, listen, thanks again for letting us come in. I know, especially the week before fight week, and you're cutting weight, it's not easy. So I appreciate it, and thanks again for your time.
No problem.
Cheers, Kash.